Hello guys and welcome to volokinproject. People are getting quite excited with every single update from Google and they expect miracles, but the reality might be a little bit different and it depends on the manufacturer itself. Because you have to understand that Google is providing the very stock Android experience and it's up to the manufacturers to improve on that and include new features. So in front of me I've got the OnePlus 6 just updated to Android Pie and the Essential phone which got the update like 1 month ago, and I'm actually on the second release. These are no beta versions, these are the official OTA updates of those phones, guys. So what's the new thing about Android Pie? The very first thing which is obvious is the new control over here, the new kind of gesture button control, something like that, somewhere in between. There is a very good application on XDA which lets you actually use these features in phones on Oreo, and it's quite customizable and it's quite good. But unfortunately, out of the box, especially on the Essential phone, you don't have any control over these buttons over here, guys. You've got this button over here, the middle button, and the back button is on the left, and pretty much that's it. On the OnePlus, it actually gives you the opportunity to revert those buttons. So if you're like me, you like the back button on the right over here, you're gonna use it like that. So that's one point for the OnePlus over here. The other thing is that the launcher itself, that's a very simple thing, but if you want to go to your icons, to your applications, you just swipe up on the OnePlus like that and you're in. And on the Essential, if you swipe up like that, absolutely nothing happens. You have to swipe up on this button, and when you do that, you're actually activating the multitasking menu, and only after that you're going on your icons, which seems like a bug to me. It's not supposed to be like that and it's quite annoying and you can't really change it. Of course you can install Nova Launcher, but that is not the point in that case. Now the next thing which is new about Android Pie is the new sound controls over here, which I really like. I'm finally glad that they got rid of those, stripes over here with the volume, which are showing you only one volume. Over here you can change the media output and this and that. So I really like that about Android Pie. And again, they have revised the controls over here for the shortcuts on the status bar. On the Essential, this is the only option that you have, basically white with green. On the OnePlus, you can actually change the accent color. Let me show you what I'm talking about. When you go to display over here, and when you go to, let me see, theme, you can actually change the theme on the OnePlus on Oxygen OS. You can't really do that on the Essential, which is a bummer. You don't have any dark mode, absolutely nothing over here. Accent color, I'm gonna change it to red over here. Press OK and you have red accents. On the Essential, you're stuck with the white theme, unfortunately. And the other thing is that with the Essential, I've been complaining about that for quite a long time. When you go to Essential, I really wanted to see some exclusive features which none other phone has, and essentially they've got nothing. They've got sent usage statistics, and I bet my money on that is that they're collecting this information anyways, but it doesn't really matter. That's another topic which I'm not gonna go through. Now the next new thing which is common for both phones is the vertical multitasking window, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest with you, because check this out, guys. I mean, it's a little bit more cumbersome if you have a little bit more applications open in the background. Takes too much time to scroll with them like that. I just don't like it. On the OnePlus, you've got a solution. You can actually install the previous version of the launcher, because it's a launcher setting rather than the system itself, so you can actually do that on the OnePlus. I'm not sure how you can do that on the Essential, but just to make a difference over here, on the OnePlus you've got a little bit more functions. You can lock an application, activate split screen, or straight away jump to the application info. On the Essential, you don't have any options, essentially. And the other thing is that, which was about time for Essential to figure out, is the full screen notch settings. Yes, it's back in the developer options, and let me show you what it does. When you play Angry Birds like that, you've got a full
screen application finally. Now, first of all, when the Essential phone came out, they didn't have that. They pissed people off. After that, a few months later, they've introduced that. It was in a developer stage, so it wasn't very stable. YouTube wasn't really running in full screen. After that, they've updated the application itself, the YouTube application. And now when they released the Pi, they kind of removed this function, so again they pissed people off, and for 2 months they kept them without full screen settings. And now with the October security update of the Essential, finally the notch settings are back, so you can enjoy your phone in full screen mode like that. It was about time. Essential, please don't remove this option anymore. It doesn't make sense, and it's a shame that it took you 2 months to figure this out.
And the other thing is that you don't have any proper options on the Essential phone for any kind of gestures. You've got the option between this one button over here and the back button, which I really don't know why is there another back button where there's an application on XDA which lets you use only one button. But anyway, you don't have any option. Yeah, the other option is for the 3 buttons over here, which are since Android 2. And now on the OnePlus, actually, I'm gonna go back to my gestures because I really don't like this iteration of the buttons. I really don't know why Google kind of half-baked that. But again, OnePlus, I guess they didn't want it to, you know, mess with that. So I'm gonna use my navigation gestures, which are a lot better. But again, on the Essential, you do not have this option. So pretty much all in all, these are the main changes of the Android Pie. Of course, the performance upgrades and the performance difference should be present on the Essential. I really don't feel it to be any faster, to be honest with you, and especially I think that the fingerprint reader is actually slower, because check this out, how much time it takes for the fingerprint to react. This is absolutely ridiculous. Even 100-pound Chinese phones have different and better fingerprints than that, so shame on you, Essential, of doing that. And the other thing is that on the Essential phone you still have to deal with screen latency issues. Check this out, when you scroll slowly like that, check the lag, guys. I'm not filming in 60 FPS, which I apologize for that, but you can see the lag over here. It's not even buttery smooth like that, guys, especially when you do it slowly like that. You can see the lag. On the OnePlus, check this out, you go to settings, check this out, it is buttery smooth no matter what you do with that. Check this out. Can you see how choppy that is? Shame on you, Essential. So yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. My argument over here is that Google is providing the stock Android experience and companies have to build their features on top of that, change the skin, do whatever they like. And to be honest with you, if that is stock Android in 2018, I don't like it and I don't want it. Oxygen OS, this is the way to go. Although as a company, I've roasted OnePlus quite a few times, I really don't like their politics. But to be honest with you, Essential, they're not better and they kind of half-baked the Android experience. And again, if that's Android experience, I really don't want it, to be honest with you. It's not a coincidence that everybody else is doing some sort of a skin and improvements on top of that, because that's bare bones. You don't have any functions whatsoever on this phone. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know what your experience is. If you are an Essential fanboy or a troll, I'm gonna see you in the comments down below. I'm very responsive to guys like that, but unfortunately, even though they've reduced the price to like 300 bucks on the Essential, it still sucks. The camera is still not good, the fingerprint is ridiculous, you've got a mono speaker, and the only thing is the design. Yes, I really like the design, stainless steel sides, halo gray color, but pretty much that's it. For example, the Poco phone destroys the Essential phone in every category available. So yeah, end of my rant. Let me know if you got Pi and Samsung. I'm looking at you at the moment. I got Android Oreo on the Samsung Galaxy S8 when the Samsung Galaxy S9 was released, which was back in February, March, something like that. So it took them like 7 months to upgrade, and let's see if they're gonna do it any quicker this time. Fingers crossed for the other manufacturers, but at the moment, if you want Pi, you're stuck with OnePlus and Essential. I'm afraid I don't know any company which has that. Probably the Google Pixel, the new Pixel 3 is gonna launch with Pi, hopefully, and it's gonna be, you know, again the fastest phone, this and that. But as of now, you're better off with the OnePlus. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.